Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Harvey broadcast. Today I'm brought to you by Mr. White and Michael Fletcher. How are you doing today, Mike?
I'm doing good. How are you, Charlie?
Oh, I'm doing great. So Harvey has a full roster today, luckily. No one out, and I believe we are playing Fundy, and I haven't seen them play before, have you?
I have not, but I was talking to Adam Barrio yesterday at our middle school boys volleyball game. He said they played the Fundy Mariners once this year, got a win, but he said they shouldn't underestimate him coming in. Should be a good matchup.
Yeah, that's true. Fundy definitely has a lot of size as well, so I'm hoping it'll be a close game. Number 4 for Fundy serving. Received by Adam Barrio, upped by Arthur Smith. Kill attempt by Ben Chessie, up by number 9 from Fundy. Received. Blocked by Ben Chessie for a point on Harvey. So Harvey's playing good today. They're quick on their toes, so I'm assuming they're in their zone.
Yeah, nice start there from Chessie.
Yeah, number 5, Ben Chessie serving for Harvey. Up by number 13 for Harvey. Bumped up by number 4. Sent over by Harvey. Ben Bradford trying to keep it alive, but it's no good. Number 8 serving for Fundy. Evan Borthwick. Received by Alexander Robeshow. Up by Arthur Smith. Big spike by Adam Barrio. There we go.
Yeah, it was hard to keep the camera up with that one.
Yeah, it definitely was. Number 25 serving for Harvey, Reese Langatang. Received by number 8 from Fundy. Up by number 4. Spiked down by number 5. Blocked by Adam Barrio. So the boys are playing very aggressive today, it seems like.
Yeah, nice to see them with 2 blocks on the first 4 points.
Yeah, Fundy definitely seems like a very heavy up front team, so I think that's what Harvey is trying to shut down. Big spike by number 12, received by Reese Langatang, up by Alexander Robeshow. Kill attempt by Adam Barrio, and he successfully makes it. Oh my. So Harvey Lakers are on a 4-3-1 or 3-0 run right now. Received by Liberia from Fundy, up by number 13. Spiked by number 12, up by Ben Chessie. Sent over by Adam Barrio. Try kept alive by number 13, but no good. Oh my. So it's going to be an interesting game today. I'm very excited to see. Received by number 8 from Fundy, Evan. Up by number 4. Sent over by number 13. Touches the net. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, that's a big no-no in volleyball.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to touch the net in volleyball because it's a big consequence. Sent over by Reese Langatang. Up by number 8. Liberio keeps it alive, but it's no good to keep it over the net. A little bit of miscommunication by Fundy, but that's something they can work on. Received by number 8, Evan. Up by number 4. Spiked down by number 9. It's a bullet to the back line. So, Mike, where are you most excited to see during this game?
I'm looking forward to some big hits like that.
Yeah.
Harvey's had some opponents that haven't been able to kill the ball like that. Fundy's showing early that they are capable.
That is true. That is very true. Adam Barrio going up for a just silky smooth touch on the ball, just sending it over the front line. Timeout called by Fundy.
Yeah, smart play there from Barrio. He saw that there were blockers in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
No need to just smack it right into the wall. Just tip it around. Easy point.
Yeah, I think Fundy's sending the early double block at Adam and Ben Chessie. So I think Fundy's also trying to shut down the front court net and maybe make their back court even stronger this game.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So the Mariners did take that timeout, trailing 8-2. Take a moment, maybe just shout out our minor officials and regular officials working over at the table. On the score sheet, we got Delaney McElwain. And on the flip chart, we've got Ali Sirwa. Our head officials are John Hamilton on the ladder and Jonathan Carrier down on the floor. Mr. Carrier, I believe, a former teacher here at Harvey High School, way back. I think he's going to put on a volleyball clinic for some of the players tomorrow evening even, so
we'll
good to see a familiar face.
Yeah, that's true. Also, a big shout out to head coach of the Harvey Lakers, Krista Barrio. Archer Smith serving, received by number 8. Big spike by number 18 from Fundy. Seth Thompson, but lands out of bounds. Archer Smith keeps his serve. Sent to the middle, up by Evan. Kept up by number 4 from Fundy. Sent over by number 18, received by Reese Langatang. Up by Archer, spiked by Adam Barrio. But he touches the net on the way down. Too much of a little vertical by his part and a little bit too much momentum going towards the net. Number 13 for Fundy serving. Grant Mason. Light serve to the back corner, not expecting it to go in. Not enough communication there by Harvey, as we see very often here, especially when we get a interview by one of the players. They always say they have to work on communication. Sent over to Alexander Robichaud, up by Archer Smith. Big kill by Adam Barrio, received by number 13, but couldn't keep it in play.
Nice hit there from Barrio to switch to the left hand.
Yeah, Barrio, you never really know what to expect from him. He switches up very often. Received by number 6 from Barrio. Kill attempt by number 18 from Fundy. Seth Thompson, but couldn't quite get over the blockers from Harvey. So good play by them. Adam Barrio serving. Received by the Liberio, but went right in between his fingers. Wasn't quite expecting the heat from Adam. Serve over to number 8 from Fundy. Evan up by number 4. Received by Ben Bradford, up by Alexander Robichaud. Big spike by Ben Chessie, but received by Ben Bradford. Ben Bradford going up for the head, and it's successful. A little bit of grade 11 chemistry right there, getting it done, getting us the point.
Yeah, you could hear the Fundy coach yelling, roll, roll, roll there. He knew Bradford wasn't going to go for a big kill, and it was going to go up over the blockers. Fundy didn't get quick enough to cover that from the back row.
Yeah, good insight by the coaches there. Ben Chessie going up for a tip, but it's blocked by Fundy. Number 18 from Fundy securing that point for them. Seth Thompson. Number 9 for Fundy serving. Ben Wright. Overhand serve received by Adam Barrio. Up by Archer Smith. Smacked down by Ben Chessie. Kept alive. Up by number 8, Evan. Big spike from number 4, Fundy, and sends it back into the volleyball rack.
Coach Krista almost in the line of fire there.
Yeah, she might have had a duck there. Didn't want to get hit. For Harvey serving Ben Bradford. Received by the Liberio. Couldn't quite keep it alive, though. Point for Harvey. Ben Bradford serving. Couldn't get it over the net, though. Point for Fundy. It's an interesting defense I'm seeing here from Fundy. I don't quite know what the formation is.
Yeah, usually you just want to go with some sort of standard W.
Normally, yeah.
But they're certainly not playing that.
No. Up by number 4, Evan from Fundy. Spiked down by number 8. Rolls off Ben Chessie, lands out of bounds. Good play there by him. Just hitting the Harvey's arms and sending it out of bounds for a nice point. Number 18 for Fundy serving, Seth Thompson. Didn't quite get over the net. Serving for Harvey, number 11, Alexander Robichaud. Received by number 8, Evan. Put up by number 4. Big spike by number 8. Blocked by Ben Chessie. Lands on the opposing side. Point for Harvey.
Yeah, you can only take so many swings in the direction of Ben Chessie, and he's going to block a few of them.
Yeah, he's got a very wide wingspan for that, and I haven't seen quite many balls get past him. Up by number 4. Sent back by number 12. Tip over by Ben Chessie. Kept alive by number 4. Number 8 trying to keep it alive. Ben Chessie smacking it down, but tipping the net. Getting a little bit too aggressive there on the front net, but it was a good attempt. Alexander Robichaud still serving. Received by number 9 from Fundy. It was a free for Harvey, kept up by Ben Chessie, sent over by Reese Langatang. Kept up by number 9. Spike from number 8, but didn't quite get it over Ben Chessie once again. I think he's just quite a fear factor at this point from the absolute size on him at this point.
I know I'm intimidated by him from up here, so I can only imagine what Fundy's feeling.
Kept alive by number 9. Sent over by number 8. And Ben Chessie with another send back. Oh, my.
Nice little fist pump there from Chessie after that one.
Yeah, he
Fired up.
He does like his celebrations after those points. Alexander sending the ball over. Kept alive by number 13. Number 8 trying to keep it in play, but number 12 couldn't get there fast enough. Alexander Robichaud doing a great job serving so far. Sent over to number 8, Evan from Fundy. Kept up by number 4. Sent over from 8 once again. Up by Adam Barrio. Sent down by Reese Langatang. And keeps it in the far right corner. Very nice play there from Harvey. Fundy thinking it's going to Ben Chessie, but sends it over to Reese Langatang for the easy spike.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to become predictable with your hitting. You can't go to the big middle every time. Got to get it out to power.
Yeah, you got to be unpredictable sometimes. Sent over by number 8, Evan from Harvey. Setted by Archer Smith. Down by Ben Chessie, but Fundy was expecting that one, so they got the block.
Beautiful block there.
That's true, yeah. I think they were sending the triple block at Ben Chessie, and from his interviews, he sure doesn't like those ones. Number 4 serving for Fundy. Charlie Craig. Setted by Archer Smith. Big spike from Ben Chessie over to the corner.
Nice back set there from Smith. I think caught the Fundy defense a little off guard when he went that way as opposed to over to Langtang in power.
Yeah, it was a nice cross-court spike by Ben Chessie as well. Ben Chessie on the serve, though. Couldn't get it over the net. Point for Fundy. Serving for Fundy now, number 8, Evan Borthwick. Sent over to Alexander Robichaud. Setted for Archer Smith. Sent down by Adam Barrio, but lands out of bounds. Point for Fundy. Serving for Fundy, number 8, Evan Borthwick. Upped by Adam Barrio, setted by Archer Smith, but I think Archer or Adam gets called on the 2 there.
Yeah, I'm not sure actually who that was on. I think it might have been on Barrio in the first one.
Yeah, because the ball came up odd off Barrio, but it was called after Archer. Kind of odd. The serve by number 8, sent over to Ben Chessie. Couldn't quite keep it up. Score is 23-11.
Yeah, Lakers had a big lead, but they're getting a little sloppy here in the closing points of this set.
Can't get too comfortable with the lead nowadays. So, especially in volleyball, as we've seen teams coming back just at the snap of a finger. Evan Borthwick sends it. Couldn't quite keep the run alive and sends it out of bounds. Make the score 24-12. Fundy probably feeling the heat of the 24th point. Up by Barrio. Set it by number 4. Punched over by number 9. Up by Alexander Robichaud. Spiked down by Adam Barrio. Splitting the defense for a set point right there. Very nice hit by Barrio right there.
Yeah, it always feels good to win a set on a kill like that. Nice hard spike. Barrio was up high, down hard.
That's true, yeah. Barrio definitely has the vertical to stay in the air for a long time, so you kind of have to jump after he jumps to get that block on him. So what do you think the driver's seat has been for Harvey so far, Mike?
Definitely right now it's Adam Barrio and Ben Chessie and their spikes that are controlling the game right now. Fundy did have a few nest hits and a couple blocks, but more often than not, Chessie and Barrio are ending the points with their hits. So Mariners doing all they can to, put those triple blocks in and whatnot, but sometimes it's just not enough.
Yeah, Adam Barrio and Ben Chessie being quick on their feet, getting those spots, and Fundy can't quite get to the defensive spots quick enough, so I think they're catching them off guard there.
Yeah, and the rest of the starting lineup also played very well that set. Very few errors, control, good defense, good teamwork. A couple of mistakes here and there, but overall it was a pretty quality set from the Lakers.
Yeah, I think we only saw about 2 serving errors there, so I think it's a good serving night for Harvey as well.
Yeah, certainly serving a little bit better than the middle school boys did last night in Fundy.
Yep, that's true.
Coaches Adam and Logan kept track last night, and they had 37 service errors in a 5-set match. So,
oh my goodness.
Hopefully the middle school boys are home watching tonight, seeing what can happen when you don't have service errors.
That's true. Yeah, definitely don't want to have 37 service errors in one game, but a lot of improvement to be made.
Interesting to see what the Lakers put out for their lineup here in the second set.
Yeah, definitely gonna
Probably
see
keep it similar, but
yeah, definitely keep the size on the floor, but definitely switch up the setters and rotation a little bit.
yeah.
As we see Ben Chessie and Adam Barry and Archer Smith staying on the floor, Joe Gregory, Mason Nicholson, and Ethan Davidson, forgot his last name, coming onto the floor, subbing out Alexander Robichaud, Ben Bradford, and Reese Langatang.
It's okay. I think Mr. White's done that once or twice, too.
Oh, my, yeah.
He's been Ethan DeVoe maybe once or twice.
Yeah. The libero
Yes.
for Harvey Lakers, Isaiah Caldwell. Haven't quite seen him in the game yet. Didn't quite see him get hit with any big spikes so far, so I think he's staying safe this game. Libero for Fundy, number 6. Caden Duggan. He's been hit with a few big spikes from Ben Chessie and Adam Barrio, so those bright shirts on both teams are pretty much just a target for volleyball players.
Yes.
Up by number 4, but it's called on the 2 for an easy point for Harvey. Ethan Davidson serving for Harvey Lakers. Received by the libero, up by number 4. Big spike by number 12. Tipped by Ben Chessie. Mason Nicholson keeping it alive, up by number 12. Set by number 8. Sent over by 13. Lands out of bounds.
Nice judgment there from the Lakers. Thought that one might be in, but Mason with a good eyes.
Yep, that's true. Also, you can definitely tell the communication has improved from hearing the bench speak up a little bit. The number 8, Evan Borthwick, coming in with a big spike for Fundy, getting the momentum rolling. Number 8, Evan, also serving for Fundy. Sent over to Adam Barrio, set by Archer Smith. Big spike from Ben Chessie. And sent out of bounds by number 9 from Fundy, trying to keep the ball alive.
Good effort there from the Mariners. It's always tough to hit that block and then try and keep it alive.
That's true, especially when it's that close to the net. Can't quite get an angle. Ben Chessie serving for Harvey. Kept up by number 8, Evan. Big spike by number 12. Kept up by Ben Chessie. Sent over by Archer Smith. Number 4 set for Fundy. Sent over by number 9, Ben Chessie keeping it in the air. Set by Archer Smith. Tipped by Adam Barrio and sent out of bounds by number 9. Trying to keep it up in the air.
Lakers with some real nice coverage there on those tip plays by Fundy. You see the two guys in the back, either Ben Chessie or Mason Nicholson, are really up high. Take away those tips.
Yeah, we also kind of saw Fundy kind of moving in their back row, moving in closer to the net, as they know Harvey's a big team. But big block from Adam Barrio there, sent over by number 3 for Fundy. Spike by Archer Smith. The setter on the team getting a spike. Not quite what you see, but that'll be a nice treat to look at on the stat sheet later tonight.
I didn't know he had those hops in him.
I didn't either. Quite surprised for Fundy, as you don't see many setters with big hops. Kept up by number 4. Big spike from number 9, but sends it out of bounds for a point for Harvey.
Yeah, just going back to that last point, it kind of looked like Smith reached over the net to hit that one, but
Refs didn't see
refs
it.
didn't call that one.
Ben Chessie serving for Harvey, up by number 9. Set by number 8, sent over by number 9. Mason Nicholson keeping it up. Archer Smith sending it to Joe Gregory for the back hit. Number 8 keeping it alive. Number 4 sending it over. Ben Chessie getting in the air for Archer Smith to set it to Adam Barrio with a big hit. We do see that classic send Ben Chessie over to Archer Smith to either Adam Barrio or back to Ben Chessie play from Harvey. So nice system they got going there. Ben Chessie still serving. Over to number 9 on the side. Kept up by number 4. Sent over from number 3. Ben Chessie kept it up. Ben Barrio with a nice tip, but it's called on a net touch. I thought he was going to get called for reaching over the net there, but interesting call.
Yeah, I didn't really see a net touch there, but
I didn't either, but
referee's a little closer to the play, so
yeah,
the net was definitely shaking, but I thought that was from the ball hitting it.
Yeah, me too. And Barrett trying to get his revenge with a nice little touch. Number 4 keeping it alive, sent over by number 8. Over to Mason Nicholson, and he could just hear it touch Mason's arm. Didn't quite make the loud contact, but just nicked his skin. Number 12 serving for Fundy. Ty Williams. Sent over to Joe Gregory. Sent it over the net. Archer Smith trying to keep it alive, but couldn't quite get there fast enough.
Yeah, you don't want that first pass to the setter to be too close to the net, or else something like that will happen. So.
Yeah, we definitely see the aggressive teams like this, like Fundy, definitely get up on those close sets like that and just send it back to the ground. So you definitely don't want that. Ben Chessie receiving that one. Sends it over to Anberio from the corner, just tipping it. Number 4 going for the dig, but couldn't keep it in the air. Point for Harvey. It was good effort there by Fundy, but he just couldn't quite get there fast enough. Joe Gregory serving for Harvey. Sends it over to number 8, set by number 4, but Anberio's there to send it back. Joe still serving for Harvey. Sends it over to number 9, up by number 4. Spiked down by number 8, received by Ben Chessie, set by Archer Smith. Over to Mason Nicholson, but it's too close to the net. Fundy scoring that point there.
Yeah, Smith kind of unfortunately put that one in no man's land halfway between Adam and Mason, so neither one had a great play on it.
That's true. Kind of a weird angle to get to spike that.
Yes.
Number 13 there having a service error, so a point for Harvey. Score's now 10-5 with Harvey with the serve, hoping they can build up a lead here. Archer Smith serving. Over to number 9 from Fundy, up by number 4. Spiked by number 18, but big block from Adam Barrio. I definitely have been seeing a lot of center sets from Fundy, so I think it's just becoming a regular and a predictable play from their part.
Definitely.
And big spike from number 9, but couldn't get over the net. Called for 4 touches on Fundy. So a 7-point lead here. Hopefully Harvey doesn't get too comfortable as they did in the last set. Archer Smith still serving, received by number 9. Up by number 4, received by Ben Chessie. Set by Archer Smith. Light touch by Ben Barrio. Up by number 4. Sent over by number 8. Fire to Joe. Archer Smith trying to keep it in play. But hits it at the ref.
Right in the head.
Right in the head. Trying to keep him on his toes as well. Definitely a good play from Fundy, but Harvey almost kept it in play. Couldn't quite get it there, though. Number 9 serving for Fundy. Ben Wright. Up by Adam Barrio with a nice spike from the set from Archer over to the cross court.
Yes, Smith's had a couple nice back sets there.
That's true. They don't throw it out too often, so it's kind of unpredictable. Received by number 9 from Fundy. Up by number 4. Sent over by number 8. Archer Smith getting that one. Ethan Davidson trying to get that one over the net, but blocked by number 8 from Fundy. Couldn't quite get it high enough to keep it in play, but number 6, the libero for Fundy, checking in for number 12, or checking out for number 12 rather. Sent over to Joe Gregory. Volleyed by Adam Barrio. Sent over to Ben Chessie. Blocked. Sent over to Adam Barrio. Back on Fundy's side. Big spike from number 8, but couldn't quite keep it in.
That was quite a sequence there. That big spike from Chessie, blocked by Fundy, and then Barrio with the quick reflexes. Ball hit 3 people's hands in a matter of about a half a second.
Yeah, luckily Barrio was in the right spot there. Mason Nicholson with a nice serve there over to Fundy's libero. Couldn't quite keep in his hand, so point for Harvey. Sent over to number 8. Volleyed up by number 4. Spike attempt by number 8. Hits the net and kind of goes wonky. Fundy gets the point. Joe Gregory kind of getting confused there as the ball hits the net, kind of rolls over all the players.
Yeah, that was unlucky for him.
That it was.
Not much you can do when the ball comes off the net.
Yeah, can't quite predict the ball's path at that point.
He was in the right position and it just didn't work out.
That's true. Big spike from Ben Chessie off the top of Fundy's hand, sending it out of bounds. The amount of vertical that Ben Chessie has and his wingspan, he just can hit the ball from so high. So he can make plays like that where he just hits the top of their hands and sends it out of bounds.
Yeah, you got to think he's up probably near 11 feet at the peak of his fingertip when he's spiking that ball.
Yeah, even though we're about like 15 feet in the air, he still looks like a giant from up here.
It would be pretty neat to get a picture of him at the top of his jump at the net.
That's true.
See what that would look like.
Isaiah Caldwell receiving that one. Up by Archer Smith, kept alive by Ben Chessie. Number 8 from Fundy, keeping that one alive. Spike by number 12, sending it over to Krista Barrio once again.
I apologize. I stopped doing the camera there for a little bit.
Ben Chessie now serving for Harvey.
Thankfully, it was at least in the middle of the court, so you could see the action.
That's true.
Got caught up in the moment.
Number 12 from Fundy, trying to send that to the back line, but a little bit too much muscle on that one. Point for Harvey. Harvey's got a nice 9-point lead here, trying to keep it alive. Then Chessie with the serve. Sends it out of bounds, though. That's your commentator's curse right there for you folks. At least see it once every game, so kind of getting accustomed to it. Number 12 now serving for Fundy.
Yeah, we have great power up here.
Pretty much. We pretty much control the games from up here at this point. Number 12 serving it over to Isaiah Caldwell, keeping it up, sending it over to the other side. Number 13 trying to get it over, but Joe Gregory with the nice send back for the point. We're seeing all the smaller players on Harvey now get those spikes and sendbacks here, so it's a very interesting game.
Yes, Joe does have a pretty high vertical to himself. I think we measured the other day. He was up around 10 feet at the peak.
Something like that, yeah. Fundy trying to keep it alive, sent over by number 3. Joe Gregory keeping it up, over to Mason Nicholson. Comes off his hands weird. Now, might not look from it up here, even when Joe's beside Ben Chessie, but Joe is 6 feet, so he definitely can get up there. Number 13 from Fundy, number 5, checking in for number 13 from Fundy. Number 5 now serving. Cohen Drape. Sends it over to Adam Barrio, setted by Archer Smith. Big block, getting in between the players and the net. Good play by Adam Barrio, just squeezing it in between that little gap. Not much you can do there from the defensive side. Archer Smith now serving for Harvey. Sends it over to number 8. There's a big spike from number 9 off the net. Kind of a little bit of a lob there. Can't quite predict where the ball's going. Number 9 now serving for Fundy. Ben Wright. Number 13 from Fundy. Grant Mason checking in for number 5, Cohen.
That was a quick substitution in and out.
That it was. Trying to get his minutes in, I guess.
They maybe wanted him to serve, too, perhaps.
That's true, yeah. It might be one of the stronger servers, but Adam Barrio just tipping it over, avoiding the net as well. It takes some hand-eye coordination to do that. Adam Barrio now serving for Harvey. Sends it over to number 18 with the volley. Ethan Davidson keeping it alive. Adam Barrio keeping it in play. Couldn't quite get it over the net, though. Desperate play from Harvey. Couldn't quite keep it alive, though. Number 12 for Fundy. J. Lee Williams checking in for the libero of the team. Number 18 serving from Fundy. Over to Ben Chessie. It's up Archer Smith. Little touch by Ben Chessie. Sent over almost out of bounds by number 8, but called for a 2 by number 13 on Fundy.
Yeah, you want to get that set right at your forehead.
Yeah, that's a sweet spot for setting to where you don't get called for those 2s.
Yeah.
Number 6, who just checked in, keeps the ball up from the serve. Number 8 trying to go for the big spike, but couldn't quite get over the net. Number 12 going for a desperate play. Mason Nicholson, number 14, still serving for Harvey. Serves it over to number 8, Evan. Up by number 4. Big spike from Evan. And keeps it in bounds. Didn't quite have enough heat on it to get over to Mason Nicholson. So good placement, just not enough. Not fast enough on his feet, I guess. Number 4 now serving for Fundy, Charlie Craig. Sends it over to Ethan Davidson, who puts it on the other side. Ben Chessie luckily there. Adam Barrio sending over to Joe Gregory. And just bumps it over to just the line. Number 6, Oliverio for Fundy, wasn't quite there fast enough, so it was a nice point and good placement from Harvey.
Yeah, nice spot by Joe.
That's true. Ethan Davidson now serving for Harvey. Over to number 13. Set by number 4, spiked by number 8. Mason Nicholson keeps it alive. Up by Archer Smith, spiked by Ben Chessie over to number 4. Couldn't quite keep it in, though. That's the end of the set, ending 25-14. Harvey takes away with 2 sets, so one more and they do win the game.
Yeah, both of these sets, the final score ended up being not super close, but these teams seem pretty evenly matched for the most part. There's been lots of good rallies. Both teams getting in some nice hits. Just a play here and there, and it adds up over the course of the set, and the Lakers have been able to capitalize.
That's true, yeah. Lakers don't actually have the size advantage in this game, so you think it would be closer, but I think Harvey's just in their zone tonight.
Yeah, they're making some really nice passes. That first hit is going right to Archer Smith for that set almost every time. They haven't had to scramble or call for help. And then Smith's been making some really nice sets all over the court.
Yeah,
and that all adds up to a 2-0 set lead.
That's true. Archer Smith keeping his eyes peeled, looking for those open men to try and get that nice spike. And even when they're not open, he'll take the spike in his own hands, as we saw in this set.
Yes, absolutely.
Harvey has been serving very well this set. I don't think they had one fault this set.
I think you're correct. I think every serve was in, so I'm sure the Lakers have been working on their serves a lot over the last month or two. And it's starting to pay dividends for sure.
Yeah, we're also seeing a lot of other players that aren't Ben Chessie and Adam Barrow go for those spikes, such as Archer Smith and Joe Gregory. So I think everyone's getting a little bit more comfortable on the volleyball court today. Harvey Lakers taking the floor on the starting shift for this set. Archer Smith, Reese Langatang, Ben Chessie, Alexander Robichaud, Ben Bradford, and Adam Barrio. So the main 3 guys from the last 2 sets, Archer Smith, Ben Chessie, and Adam Barrio, still staying on, trying to keep that size up there.
Yeah, those 3 are kind of the core lineup, and the other 3 rotate in and out with Isaiah Caldwell as the libero. Good balance. Everybody's on the court lots, so.
That's true, yep. Krista Barrio doing a good job getting all her players a lot of experience and minutes on the floor. So trying to get ready for that next year when I think it's only Adam Barrio graduating on this team.
And Ethan Davidson. So
and Ethan Davidson.
They'll have a strong core back next year, absolutely, for sure.
That's true, yeah. So definitely a lot of skill to upcome from the bench on Harvey's volleyball team. Coach is doing some checkup on the lineups here.
Just definitely don't want to be out of order.
Yeah, no. I think I've only seen one violation called on a team that I've watched in volleyball from their lineup being mixed up.
It can definitely happen.
It definitely can, yeah. But
especially when there's 2 officials, they can definitely call it there. If it's only one, it's really hard for them to pick up on that. But when you have that second floor official,
yeah, it
happens a little more often. But
yeah, it's definitely hard to keep track of all this stuff here. But Fundy starting off with the first serve, received by Ben Chessie, sending it over. And Barrio keeping that one up, set up by Archer Smith.
Ooh.
Big snipe by Ben Chessie. Fundy kept it alive, though. Set by Archer Smith once again. And Reese Langton sending it out of bounds. I thought Harvey was going to get that point because I saw a lot of hands in the air from Fundy trying to hit that ball.
yeah, I don't know how they managed to, off of that big spike from Chessie, somehow they managed to keep that alive.
That's true, yeah. Adam Barrio keeps that one play, set by Archer Smith. Ben Chessie going up in the air for the big spike, back right corner.
Nice controlled hit there. He took a little bit of pace off of that one, but still enough power, and the location was elite.
That's true, yeah. He definitely does like those back corners, and he kind of levitated in the air there for a second. Ben Chessie serving, sent it over to number 8, up by number 4. Big spike by number 13, but Archer Smith is there for the reinforcement. Fundy called on 4 hits there. Harvey starting off with an early lead, 2-1. Ben Chessie with the serve. Didn't get over the net, so commentator's curse strikes again. Number 8 serving for Fundy, Evan Borthwick. Sent a bullet sent to the back line, but just hits the line. From up here, it kind of looked like it was out of bounds.
That certainly looked like it was out from up here. Referee John Hamilton doesn't have our great vantage point that we do up here in the Kathy Swan skybox.
That's true. Archer Smith sending that one over. A little bit of a scramble from Fundy. Number 12 just getting it over, but Adam Barrio on the way down from the block, hitting it and sending it to his own floor. So point for Fundy. Evan Borthwick still serving for Fundy.
Yeah, and just going back to that last call that might have been out, Ben Chessie was kind of standing in front of the ball, so the referee might have been kind of shielded from it, couldn't really tell whether it was in or out.
Yeah.
We'll allow one mistake, I guess.
Yeah. Ben Chessie definitely being a big figure in the way. You kind of have to gamble on the 50-50 chance of making the right or wrong call. But Evan Borthwick with a nice serve over to Reese Langatang wasn't quite ready for it, sending that one out of bounds for a point for Fundy.
Sluggish start here from the Lakers.
Yeah,
6-2.
Started off with a 2-1 lead, and now they're down by 4. Kind of an interesting start. But Adam Barrio going up with a little tap there, kept alive by Evan Borthwick, up by number 4. Number 9 kept alive. Archer Smith set it up to Adam Barrio once again for the snipe on the bottom right corner, bottom left rather. So I think Fundy's defense or their weakness in their defense here is probably the back corners.
Back corners are ripe for the picking.
Yeah, they're definitely wide open half the time when you see Adam Barrio and Ben Chessie up by the net. Archer Smith sets it over to Ben Bradford that time for the sneaky in-between net and player hit. Number 8 trying to keep it alive. Almost hits the Raptors. Received by Ben Chessie, up by Archer Smith. Adam Barrio trying to remake the last play, but couldn't get it over the net, so point for Fundy. Now serving for Fundy, number 12, Jaylee Williams. Sent over to Adam Barrio. Set by Archer Smith. A little bit of a tap by Ben Bradford. Scramble from Fundy, no communication. Two players clash. Point for Harvey. Archer Smith now serving for Harvey, number 13.
Yeah, if you're Fundy, you hate to see points like that where they've clearly got control of the ball and then two players just look at each other and neither one hits it. That's never good.
Yeah, unfortunate turnover, but we also see it there from Harvey where we think Adam Barrio thought Archer Smith had that ball, but he wasn't wasn't in the position Adam thought he was in. Number 13 for Fundy serving, but it's short life after he sends it right into the net. Point for Harvey. Adam Barrio now serving. Sends it over to the libero of Fundy. He thought he was going to bump it, but had to quickly change it up to a volley. But I don't think the libero of Fundy can quite volley the serves here on Harvey. I think they're a little bit too fast, so we've seen a couple of them break through his fingers. Archer Smith sets that one to Ben Chessie. The sneaky hit that lands out of bounds, but Fundy gets a little bit too close on the net and actually touches it for the point for Harvey. So a little unfortunate turnover there where they had an easy point, but they just messed up by a little touch on the net.
Yeah, score now 7-8. Apparently our scoreboard's down right now, so we'll try to keep you updated on that score as much as possible.
Archer Smith keeping that one up on the other side. Sent back from number 9 on Fundy. Called from a touch on the net from Harvey, so point for Fundy. The referees here in Harvey are keeping a close eye on when players touch that net.
Yeah, I didn't even see the net move on that one, so it must have just been a fabric of the jersey just grazing the net.
Just must be. Archer Smith thinking that one's going to go over the net, but didn't quite get over it. Point for Fundy. Harvey getting a little sloppy here. Score is 10-7. Harvey trailing by 3. Served by number 9 from Fundy. Up by Archer Smith. Big spike from Ben Chessie with enough power to split the two blockers.
Yeah, he hits it that hard at two blockers. Almost impossible for them to hit it back in on Harvey's side. So
very difficult receiving end by Fundy. But number 4 keeps it up. Evan Borthwick spikes that one on the cross court. Looks like his shoulder is kind of being thrown out as he...
Yeah, he had a lot of power on that one. Must have pulled something a little bit, maybe. Hopefully he's okay.
Hopefully. But number 12 for Fundy. Jaylee Williams checking in for the libero of the team. Number 18 for Fundy serving, received by Ben Chessie. Set by Archer Smith. Little touch from Ben Chessie. Number 18 from Fundy. Seth Thompson wasn't there fast enough to keep it alive, though.
Yeah, Fundy playing a 6 back most of the time, so that back middle position is exposed right around those two badminton holes.
Yeah, that's true. A little bit of a hole in Fundy's defense we see up here. Alexander Robichaud serving for Harvey. Sent over to number 9 from Fundy, up to by number 4. Spike from number 12, over to the line. Just on the line, so point for Fundy. Score is now 12-10. Harvey trailing by 2. Number 4 for Fundy. Charlie Craig now serving. Sent over to Adam Barrios, set by Archer Smith. Tipped over by Ben Chessie. Upped by number 4, sent over by Evan Borthwick. Ben Bradford keeping that one alive. Alexander sending it over to Archer Smith, who sends that over to Harvey's side. Barrios keeping it up.
Oh.
Oh my, number 8. Evan Borthwick keeps that one on the other side. Ben Chessie tries to end it quick, couldn't quite end it. Evan Borthwick sending it over to Harvey's side. Adam Barrio keeping it up. Set by Archer Smith. Big spike from Release Langatang.
Oh.
But Fundy with the bunt over to the back corner gets the point on Harvey. Scores now 13-10.
Rally of the match, no doubt there.
That's true. Ben Chessie trying to end it early there on that big spike attempt, but just hit the top of the net. Unfortunate for him. Number 4, Charlie Craig serving for Harvey. Sends it out of bounds. Number 5 for Harvey. Ben Chessie now serving. Sends it over to number 9 from Fundy. Up by number 4. Sent over by number 12. But we saw him there lean into the net there. Ben Chessie still serving for Harvey. Score is now 13-12, so Harvey took the lead by 1. Ben Chessie sends it over to Liberio Fundy. Sent back over by number 12. Up to by Adam Barrios. Set by Archer Smith. Low hit. A little tip over to the back end on the corner. Hit by number 13 from Fundy. Grant Mason trying to keep that one alive, but send that one out of bounds.
Yeah, again, Fundy struggling to cover those tip plays.
Yeah, we can hear them make the communication, but they're just not in the right spot for it. But Ben Chessie with the hard serve to number 9 on Fundy. Ben Wright sending that one into the rafters. Big serve by Ben Chessie. Sends that one out of bounds by a foot, though, so point for Harvey, or Fundy, rather. Score is now 15-13. Harvey up by 2. Number 8, serving for Fundy. Received by Ben Chessie, set by Archer Smith. Spiked by Adam Barrio, kept alive by Reese Langatang, though. Ben Bradford doesn't quite have the speed to get to the loose ball, though.
Entertaining third set here. Harvey took the first 2 by a comfortable margin. This one not looking like it's going to be comfortable at all.
Yeah, Fundy definitely not trying to get swept here at away game, but Adam Barrow with a nice spike over to number 8 from Fundy, Evan Borthwick. Sends that one out of bounds. Referee spotting some rotation issues. Reese Langatang now serving for Harvey. Hits the top of the net, sends it to number 12, but changes the path and hits him in the face, sending that one to the floor.
Yeah, those serves that hit the net and roll over almost always resulting in a point for the serving team. Yeah, so hard to adjust.
Especially when you're that close, you literally have less than half a second to make that change to keep it alive. But Archer Smith tries to set that one. Tipped over by Adam Barrio. Number 6 for Fundy trying to keep that one alive. Kane Duggan trying to get a dig on that play to keep the ball up, but couldn't quite get there fast enough.
Yeah, nice save there by Barrio. I didn't think he was going to be able to get to that one, but stuck that long arm out there and did.
And Barrio being quick on his toes tonight. He's received a couple of fast serves I didn't quite think he was going to receive. But Reese Langtang keeping that one up. It sends it over to the Harvey bench. Point for Fundy. Score is 18-15. Harvey up by 3. Number 12 for Fundy now serving. Jade Lee Williams. Sends that one into the net for a quick point for Harvey. Archer Smith now serving for Harvey, number 13. Spikes that one to the back corner, received by Evan Borthwick, set by number 4, over by number 18. Set by Alexander Robichaud, a little tip by Adam Barrio.
Oh.
Double set there from 18 and 8, hit over by number 9. Adam Barrio going with a little tip. Number 4 setting it for number 9. Called on the net touch, though. I'm quite surprised Fundy didn't get called for the 4 hits when they had a little double set there.
Yeah, the referee must not have thought that they both touched it, apparently.
No, definitely.
Certainly looked like they tried to.
Yeah, it was kind of an odd play there by Fundy. Substitutions being made. Number 5 for Fundy. Cohen Drape subbing in for number 13, Grant Mason.
Cohen Drake refereed our middle school volleyball game last night in Fundy. Did a fine job. Fortunately, that serve, not so much.
Yep, that's true. More substitutions. Number 13, Grant Mason being subbed back into the game for Cohen Drape. Very quick substitutions being made by Fundy. Did number 5 get to serve on that?
Yeah, he just served and then he put it into the net, and that was
okay.
A sub right back out. So
must be a
serving thing.
Yeah, must be a good server for the team, but must just be having an off day. But Ben Bradford, as you see there, getting nice tip over the net. Adam Barrio now serving for Harvey. Spikes that one over to number 6 on Fundy, Caden Duggan. But as we saw before, he's not quite ready for the heat from Adam's serve. Sends that one right out of bounds.
Yeah, those one's right at your face.
Yeah.
Pretty hard to handle. There's another one.
Ducked off that one. But as we saw there, number 8 from Fundy also getting the heat. Evan Borthwick hitting him in the shoulder, but sending that one out of bounds. Nice serve. Received by number 13, Grant Mason. Kept up by the libero, sent over by Evan Borthwick. Big spike from Ben Chessie. Couldn't quite keep that one alive, though.
Lakers have managed to build up a little bit of breathing room here. I said it wasn't going to be comfortable.
That's true.
It's a little bit more comfortable now, but...
Yeah, the last sets, I think, ended in 25-15, around that mark. So I think it's kind of a repeat of the last games. But Ben Chessie get a little slip up there, sending that one into the net.
Chessie wants to end this set with a big hit, you can tell.
That's true. He definitely wants that match point to be his, but we'll see if he can get it. Number 9 sending it over. Received by Adam Barrio, up by Archer Smith. Alexander Robichaud going for the spike, but set by number 4. Number 8, Evan going for the spike. Ben Chessie tipping that one over, but Fundy's there this time. Number 4 keeping it alive. Libero of the team keeping it up. Archer Smith for the set to Ben Chessie, and he gets that match point for the quick 25-18.
He got the kill he wanted there.
He did.
I couldn't quite swivel the camera fast enough on that one.
Yeah, he sends those balls really fast from up here, so.
I assure you it was in, though, so.
I must say, from me being down in the booth and him spiking it over there, they do come at you quite fast, so it's nice being safe up here for once.
Well, the Lakers have won all 3 sets, so that secures the match win for them.
Yeah,
Lakers have, I believe, improved to, I want to say, like 7-1 in league play. Something along that. They've lost 1 match so far to Fundy. Other than that, they've won every single league game they've played. I think Mr. White's just going to give us a little update here on the schedule and standings. Lakers are in Division 2 for volleyball. So they are currently at 8-1. So that win tonight will put them at 9-1. They have 12 league games in total, so they have 2 matches remaining. They must have 1 more against Hampton, I believe, on the road. And they also travel to somewhere else. They're not quite sure. But they should play a total of 12 league games, and this will have been their 10th. So Lakers will be going into regionals with a nice high seed. Potentially number 1 if they can win at Hampton. A lot of the scores haven't been updated on the website yet, but based on what I've heard from the players, it's them and Hampton are the top 2 teams, and it'll come down to that final match at Hampton to determine the number 1 seed for regionals. So.
That's true, yeah. So, Mike, if you say one thing that you think that would be improved on Harvey's side, what do you say it would be?
Well, we say it every time, I feel like, but the communication can always be improved upon, for sure.
That's true.
I mean, they're playing really well tonight. There's not too many things you can really pick on that they haven't done well. It'd be interesting to see some of the guys outside of Chessie and Barrio go for a lot of attacks here in these last 2 sets. Now that the Lakers have secured the win, you might see some of those guys off the court. They're going to stay on, so I'm sure they'll still get lots of balls set to them. But
yeah, Archer Smith actually being on the bench this time around, and on the court we have Isaiah Caldwell that took off his Liberio jersey, so now he's going to be playing all parts of the floor, maybe even trying to get that good spike this set. But on the floor we have Ben Chessie, Isaiah Caldwell, Joe Gregory, Adam Barrio, Mason Nicholson, and Ethan Davidson. So still a tall lineup we have here, but definitely a lot of versatility on the floor.
Yes. It'll be interesting to see how the Lakers do without Archer Smith on the court. As their primary setter, he plays a huge role on the court. And we saw them play Hampton on a Saturday when Smith was or a Friday, I think it was, when he was unable to play. And the Lakers struggled that match. So let's see if some of the other players can step up, send some nice sets in this 4th set with Smith not on the court.
That's true, yeah. Ethan Davidson serving for Harvey first on this set. High lob over to number 5, Cohen. Kept alive by number 3. Number 14 didn't quite put in the effort to keep that ball alive, though. Harvey with the first point on the set. Ethan Davidson serving. Sent over to number 6, the Liberio. Kept alive by number 3. Cohen keeping that one on the other side. Received by Adam Barrio. Up by Ben Chessie. Over to Isaiah Caldwell with the spike. Doesn't get the point, though. Oh, but he does, as number 6 sends it to the front line, and no one goes for that ball.
Yeah, Caldwell, usually that libero, doesn't get to play in the front row very often. But with the match secured, he's going to play probably these last 2 sets.
Most likely. At number 12, Cohen sending that one out of bounds for a quick lead for Harvey. Number 3, though. Hopefully commentator's curse doesn't interfere with this lead. Sent over to Cohen. Kept alive by number 3. Bad set, though, as he sends it over to the referee's ladder.
And I heard some of the Fundy fans asking their players to be a little more vocal, communicate.
That's true. We're definitely unlikely. We're actually hearing a louder Jim from Harvey's part. Oh, Joe Gregory with a nice send back there, hit by Fundy, sending that one out of bounds.
Nice read by Joe there, realizing that ball was coming over so he could get up and hit it.
That's true, yeah.
Always want to be aggressive. Don't just sit back and wait for it to come over.
Yeah, Ethan Davidson still serving, received by Cohen. Sent over by number 3. Number 14 trying to keep that one in play. Good point for Harvey. 6-0 lead. Ethan Davidson on a 6-0 run. Sends that one over to Cohen once again. Up by number 3. Back serve to number 8, Evan Borthwick. Received by Adam Barrio. Big spike by Joe Gregory to the backcourt.
Perfect placement there. No block in from Fundy, and Gregory takes advantage.
Yeah, that's true. You think Fundy would have enough players when there's no blocking to receive that one, but apparently too good of placement on the back right corner. Ethan Davidson serving that one over to number 12. Up by number 3. Hit over by number 4. Received by Adam Barrio. Set by Ben Chessie. Spiked by Joe Gregory once again for the good point.
Yeah, I'm not sure quite who Chessie was setting that. Worth noting that Chessie is the setter, too. I think he was trying to get that one to Barrio in the back row. Wasn't quite deep enough, though, and your brother Joe took it away and had a nice hit for the win.
That's true, yeah. Ethan Davidson serving that one over to Evan Borthwick. Set by number 3. Evan keeping that one alive. Adam Barrio sends it over to Ben Chessie with the set for him. Big spike by him. Hits the net, though. Evan Borthwick receives. Up by number 14. Set by Joe. Isaiah Caldwell keeping that alive, putting it to the other side. Number 14 with a little hit. Received by Joe Gregory. Up by Ethan Davidson. Big spike, backhand spike from Ben Chessie, the setter, sending it to the back right-hand side of the court.
Yeah, it's a pretty good advantage when your setter is 6'4" and
Yeah, I think the bench setter is now Ben Chessie, so kind of an interesting lineup change.
he's got the hands to do it.
That's true. Definitely the wingspan. Krista Colquitt once again being the target for Fundy, sending that one out of bounds.
Krista Barrio.
Oh, Krista Barrio.
Not Krista Colquitt.
Ethan Davidson keeping that one alive onto the other side. Number 12, Cohen, sends it over to Ethan Davidson. Set by Ben Chessie. Over by Isaiah. And keeps that one alive for another kill.
Lakers playing really well as a team right now. Everybody getting involved in the action. Love to see it.
Yeah, not seeing too many scrambles from Harvey. So a lot of position changes and getting used to the game. Joe Gregory sending that one back over. Getting another point. Score is 12-0. So
You can tell the Fundy coach is a little disheartened right now. Putting his hands in his face.
Joe Gregory with another send back there for the point for Harvey. Timeout called by Fundy. Tell he's disappointed when he's shaking his hand, shaking his head, throwing his hands in the air.
He's not pleased, and it's not like he's got like all the bench on this shift or anything right now. He's got multiple starters out there, so they've kind of maybe given up a little bit after they've officially lost the match, down 3-0. But hopefully, out of this timeout, they regroup a little bit, show a little bit of heart and passion, make this an exciting fourth set.
Yeah, that's true. I think coach just isn't happy with the loss there by losing more than 13 points per set. So I think he's trying to get more practice in on these final exhibition sets to get his team ready for regionals coming up here soon. Funny coach being very vocal on telling his team to move their feet. Same lineup on the floor. Lineup for Harvey stays the same. Ethan Davidson still serving for the 14th time in a row. Sent over to number 6, the Liberio Fundy. 3 set to Cohen. Blocked by Ben Chessie. Ethan Davidson going for the save. Sending over to Ben Chessie. Keeps that one alive. Joe Gregory with the send back. Miscommunication. A little bit too many voices on the court there for 14 and 12 to kind of figure out what's going on there.
Yeah, Mariners starting to play the blame game here with each other. Not a good sign.
That is not a good sign, no. Teamwork is the key.
Dream work.
Component. Yeah, teamwork is the dream work and is the key component to winning games in volleyball. But Isaiah Caldwell winning the touch off at the top of the net, sending over to Fundy. Another 15-0 run. Ethan Davidson sending that one over to Cohen. Number 3 keeping it up. Evan Borthwick sending it over to Ethan Davidson. Joe Gregory with the big spike over to the middle court. Kept up by Cohen, sent to the other side. Joe Gregory with the tip over. Set by number 3. Cohen sending it to the back line for Mason Nicholson to receive. And Barrio with the big spike, sending that one to the back line, showing Joe Gregory how it's done. Sending it over to the back corner with the easy point.
I'm getting a little bit of deja vu here from the Harvey Middle School Lakers versus Bliss Carmen last week.
Oh, do you want to give us a little insight of what happened?
Well, that game, it was 22-0 to start the set before the Lakers got their first point. So at least we're on the positive end of this high score.
Yeah.
Fundy finally on the board.
Yeah, 16-1, ending Ethan Davidson's streak there, unfortunate. But number 8 for Fundy, Evan Borthwick serving. Straight line ball to Mason Nicholson, too low to receive, sending that one out of bounds for 16-2 points.
Yeah, nice serve there from Borthwick. That one's hard to handle with that low line drive, just barely getting over the net.
Yeah, close to the net and very low to the ground, so can't quite get low enough to receive that one. Ben Chessie going up for a little bit of a touch, but sends it over to the other side. Point for Harvey. Joe Gregory now serving.
Oh.
That one ends up short, not even touching the net, though.
He better do some push-ups when he gets home, Charlie.
Oh, I'll make him. Make him do a little bit of exercise and get his muscle up. Cohen serving for... Ooh. Cohen serving for Fundy, sending it over to Joe with bad judgment, hitting his shoulder, keeping that one.
He's maybe a little bit frazzled after that missed serve.
Yeah, I think he's a little bit.
Gonna have to take a deep breath and regroup here, laugh it off.
Yeah, Harvey trying to end this set quick as a 17-4. Hit over by number 18 from Fundy though, Seth Thompson. 17-5. I think Harvey's getting a little bit sloppy here in the final sets. Cohen serving once again. Over to Adam Barrio. Set by Ben Chessie. Big spike from the duo. Cohen trying to get the dig, keep it alive. Couldn't quite get there fast enough. Number 6 for Fundy. Checking in for number 6. Caden Duggan checking in for number 12. J. Lee Williams, rather. Evan Borth keeping that one alive. Cohen keeping that one alive. But ultimately a point for Harvey. Isaiah Caldwell serving. Haven't quite seen him serve a lot considering he's the libero of Harvey.
Yeah, he doesn't get many opportunities. Oh, that one might have been long, but...
That's not... Yeah, that's true. That might either would have been long, but Isaiah with the good judgment saying that one's out of bounds. So he gets another chance to serve. Backline drive. Evan Borthwick keeping that up. Number 3 with the set to Cohen. Sends that one to the back line. Isaiah Caldwell keeps that one up. With Adam Barrio with the low spike, sending that one to the back left line. Keeping that one inbounds for a 21-5 lead.
Yeah, we call that a little shooter set. Where
set.
the setter doesn't put the ball very high, and it's just a quick little jump from the attacker. Use that to catch the defense off guard.
Well, the more you know. Number 18, Seth Thompson, trying to go for the little shooter set there. Couldn't quite get it over the net, though.
Yeah, when you do that little shooter, the attacker's usually going to jump even before the ball is set. So that's a timing play. Not easy to execute perfectly, but the Lakers did it pretty well.
Yeah, they definitely do execute their sets very well, considering the size and vertical jump on these boys. So Isaiah Caldwell saying that serve long, so point for Fundy.
Oh.
Ben Chessie going for the little tip, but gets caught in between his hands. Don't quite know how that one happened. Number 14 now serving for Fundy. Max Smith, rather.
Oh.
But it's a short serve, just like Joe Gregory. Point for Harvey.
2 points from the set now.
Ben Chessie also trying to end this set, as it's 23-7. The hard serve over to number 14, sent over by number 3, received by Joe Gregory, up by Mason Nicholson. Ben Chessie with the tip over to Evan Borthwick. Cohen going for the spike, but it's blocked by Adam Barrio. Ethan Davidson going for the spike, but it's received by Ben Chessie, up and over by Mason Nicholson. Number 3 going for the little tip, but Joe Gregory's there, set by Ben Chessie. Tipped by 18, Seth Thompson. Quick point for Fundy.
Nice rally there. Fundy's responded nicely after getting in that huge hole early.
Yeah, Fundy realizing that the set's about to be over.
What was it, 16-0? So since then, they're actually winning 8-7. So
yeah, very, very good placement. Oh, big spike by Adam Barrio from the corner serve.
Just narrowly missing the antenna there,
Yeah,
but perfectly placed.
Tight squeeze there. Adam Barrio now serving for Harvey, trying to end this set. It's a line drive into the net. A little bit of commentator's curse, I guess.
Yeah, I had a feeling he was going to go for a high jump serve there. I saw him look up at the basketball net before he served that one, make sure he didn't throw the ball into it.
Number 12 for Fundy checking in. Number 18 for Fundy serving, Seth Thompson. Jump serve over to Joe Gregory. Set by Ben Chessie, spiked by Joe. Low from Cohen. Over by number 12. Over to the very back line. Bad judgment by Adam Barrio. As it's 24-10, Fundy staying in this one. I think Fundy's trying to make this set a little bit better considering they don't want to get yelled at by their coach once again.
And they've certainly made it respectable, at least in this second half of the set.
That's true. Number 18, Seth Thompson, ending the set with too powerful of a serve, sending that one out of bounds. Harvey takes the fourth set, 4-0.
They're going to play a final set to 15. I just heard the referee say. So Lakers have won 4 straight, varying in scores between 25 to 10, and I think 25-17 or 18 was the closest one. So not major blowouts, but nothing too stressful yet for any of them.
Yeah, definitely a good score to still keep the game interesting and keep everyone on their toes, and at least good competition for the upcoming players. But not quite too challenging to where all the starters have to be staying on the floor at all times. So it's a good practice game and good experience game for Harvey.
Yeah, I'd certainly look for Barrio and Chessie to sit out this 5th set. They played the first 4, so we'll surely see a different lineup here. Expecting Smith to come back on this shift too at the setter position. Yeah. Chessie did a nice job setting in that 4th set with Smith out.
That he did, yeah. He was definitely being kind of hard to predict as he was about 6'5", tall, and kind of difficult to see where he's going to place the ball. And you never know, he might spike it himself as well.
If he gets one tight to the net, he can easily throw that down.
That's true, yeah. So on Harvey, we see Ben Chessie and Adam Barrio sitting on the bench with Joe Gregory and Isaiah Caldwell. And on the floor, we have Ethan Davidson, Ben Bradford, Reese Langatang, Alexander Robichaud, Mason Nicholson, and Archer Smith. So we kind of called it, Mike. And on Fundy's side, I think we are seeing most of the starters sit off the floor. And Fundy is serving first, number 4, Charlie Craig. Referees make sure it's good to serve.
Yeah, I think they were just looking for who was the floor captain. There's always one player on the court designated that is the player that would talk to the officials if there's any questions or concerns, and the referees want to know that before the set starts.
Yeah, that's true. But Mason Nicholson doing a good job filling in for Adam Barrio as the back serve from Archer Smith comes in, a nice little tip over. Mason Nicholson now serving. Line drive to number 1, who we haven't seen on the floor. Tipped over by number 4, Charlie Craig. Up by Archer Smith. Tipped over by Alexander. Number 8, Evan Borthwick gets a little quick point as the tip over to the sideline.
Yeah, Mason Nicholson in the 6-up position, so he's the one that's supposed to cover those tips. I could tell Coach Barrio pointing that out to him right there.
Evan Borthwick now serving. Volleyed up by Reese Langatang. A little bit of scramble by Harvey. Number 1 keeping it over. Mason Nicholson. Archer Smith with the little side poke. Mason Nicholson over to Archer Smith. Reese Langatang with the tip over between all the players.
Yeah, nice tip by Langtang. That one was too tight to the net to take a big swing, so adjusted nicely and put it in a good spot.
That's true, right in between all the players, so no one can dive for it unless they're trying to get injured. But number 6 receiving that one well. Evan Borthwick sending that one into the net. Harvey with a 3-1 lead. Alexander Robichaud now serving for Harvey Lakers. Line drive into the net. Number 18 for Fundy, Seth Thompson checking in for the Liberio of the team. Number 6, Caden Dugan. Number 12 for Fundy serving, J. Lee Williams. Received by Reese Langatang, up by Archer Smith, sent over by Reese. J. Lee Williams up on that one. Reese Langatang with a nice spike. A little touch by Seth Thompson, couldn't quite keep it up in the air for his teammates to get there.
Nice hit by Langtang.
That's true. We definitely have seen a lot of power from Langtang. Just can't quite get up high enough to keep it in the court. Archer Smith with a nice serve there. But Seth Thompson jumping just too early to get that one up.
Didn't quite have the hang time to stay up there that long.
No, he doesn't quite have the
Missed with the right hand. Tried to get it with the left hand on the way back down.
A little bit of a desperate play. Archer Smith, the serve over to number 1, Pat. Number 6 keeping that one up for Liberio. Reese Langatang serving it over to Archer Smith. Ben Bradford with a nice poke. Evan Borthwick with a nice hit over. Ethan Davidson with the good hit. Reese Langatang going for the big block, but the Mariners didn't quite go for the aggressive play. Archer Smith now serving. Over to Evan Borthwick, up by number 4. Seth Thompson with the big wall up over to Alexander Robichaux. Desperate play by Ethan Davidson keeps that one out of bounds, though. Substitutions being made. The main server for Fundy having a rough day, I think, so far. Number 5, Cohen. Checking in for number 13 for Fundy, Grant Mason. Consistent hit by Ben Bradford over to Alexander Robichaux. Up by number 6, Liberio. A little shooter set by number 4 over to 18, Seth Thompson. But hits the net on the way down.
Yeah, hit a lot of power in there, but unfortunately that swing was a little wild, resulting in the net getting hit.
That's true. Reese Langatang serving that one over, but going number 18, Seth Thompson, going for another shooter set. Couldn't quite get over the net this time, though. Score is 3-8. Harvey with a 5-point lead. Received by Evan Borthwick. Kept up. Number 6, Liberio, keeping that one in play. Archer Smith set to Mason Nicholson.
Ooh.
The nice little pin poke serve. Reese Langtang keeping that one in the air to Archer Smith, serving that one over to Ben Bradford off the top of the net. Number 5, Cohen on Fundy, trying to keep that one alive. Couldn't quite get there fast enough. Reese Langtang still serving for Harvey. Received by Evan Borthwick over to number 4. Hit over by Pat. Set by Archer Smith. Tipped over by Ethan Davidson. But the setter for Fundy taking matters in his own hands, spiking that one down to the floor. Score is now 4-9. Number 1 now serving. Pat Nagy. Steps over the line on the serve. So quick point for Harvey. Ben Bradford now serving for Harvey Lakers. Jump serve over to number 6, Liberio. Over by number 4, but Alexander Robichaux is there to send it right back over to their side.
Yeah, nice net play there from Robichaux.
Yeah, he was expecting the little touch over by number 4, but didn't quite let it happen. Ben Bradford still serving.
Oh.
Going with the jump serve, sends it right into his
teammate's back.
Yeah. Number 18, Seth Thompson serving for Fundy. Wild serve into the back, out of bounds. Quick point for Harvey. Score is 5-12, so 3 points until Harvey's victory. Ethan Davidson went on a 14-0 run last time we saw him serve. Alexander Robichaux once again is there, but Archer Smith is called on a 2-touch on the volley.
Referee a little picky here late in the match.
Yeah, and we saw them kind of dim down a little bit on the calls in the 4th set. In the 5th, I think they're trying to pick it up a little bit, try and keep it competitive. Ethan Davidson calls that ball, tries to receive it, sends that one out of bounds.
Yeah, planted his feet a little bit too early, stopped moving. Ball moved and his feet didn't. That's usually a bad combination.
Number 4, serving for Fundy, Charlie Craig. Received by Mason Nicholson, tip over by Archer Smith. Sent out of bounds. Oh, lands just on the side of Reese Langtang's foot.
He almost walked into that one. And if that had hit his foot, it would have been a loss of point.
Close call by Reese Langtang. Kind of being a little bit risky. But Mason Nicholson with a bullet serve over to number 6 on Fundy. Caden Dugan. Couldn't quite handle the heat.
Set point.
Set point. Will he end the set? Number 4 with the set over to number 1. Didn't quite get it over, though. So 5-0 win for Harvey. Saw them perform very well in this game as we saw all sorts of new stuff from these players. We saw Joe Spike, Isaiah Caldwell getting up there and doing some spikes. Even Arthur Smith, the setter of the team, getting some kills up there. So very versatile team this game, and they've all around, I've seen them improve a lot.
Yeah, that was a great game from the Lakers tonight. Not really many complaints you could have for their performance. Played well as a team, like you said. Some new players in new positions. Job well done by the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
So that wraps up this tonight's game. Coming up next week, we have no broadcast tomorrow. Our middle school boys and girls teams are away to tournaments in Fredericton. Should be a fun weekend. Coming up next weekend, senior girls have an away game at Fundy. That one won't be streamed. Then there's away games Tuesday as well. Senior girls at Samuel de Champlain, senior boys at Hampton for that big game that will determine first place in the league. And then Wednesday would be our next telecast as the senior girls take on St. Stephen, 5:30. And then on Thursday, our middle school girls will be away. And middle school boys will also be away on Thursday. And this coming weekend, our junior girls are away to the Southwest Regionals, which are in Nakawik. And best of luck to the girls. I believe there's 5 teams competing up there. The top 2, I think, are going to make it to provincials. So maybe even the top 4. I don't know off the top of my head. But anyway, good luck to them this weekend. So join us next Wednesday at 5:30 as the senior girls take on St. Stephen. Have a good night, everybody.